My name is Sam Harbin, and I serve as the president here at Calvary Baptist Seminary. I've been here since 1995, first as a professor in pastoral theology, which is still the area I teach in. And I'm a transplanted Midwesterner. I come from southern Indiana and have been enjoying life here on the East Coast. My wife and I have 3 sons, one of whom is married. The other 2, one's in college and one is heading to college, so we're just about empty nesters. I did my doctoral studies at Dallas Theological Seminary in Dallas, Texas, and particularly of interest to me for studying there was a couple of men that were homileticians and had done some very good writing advancing Haddon Robinson's big idea preaching model. So I had the opportunity to study there, and the dissertation project that I developed and wrote on was in the area of developing an Old Testament narrative preaching model to help pastors. It's a longer title than that, but the idea was getting pastors from just the initial reading of the story in the text through the exegesis of the narrative and to the point of making a theological proposition in the narrative. And I came up with a model of about 22 questions to guide them through that process so they can understand the theological proposition in an Old Testament narrative. Currently, I am teaching in the areas of biblical counseling and expository preaching, and in both of those areas, they're both of pastoral interest for me as well. The course I'm just finishing this semester is counseling addictions, and we took a little unusual approach to it this time by using a dramatic role-play case study with a fellow that I was team teaching the course with. So, my favorite thing about teaching is seeing students get excited about something in the text, be it a skill that they're learning in ministry or just a new insight that's going to help them both in their walk with the Lord and especially in their ability to minister to others. And just seeing students see the light bulbs turn on and someone take that next step in their spiritual development as well as their professional preparation for ministry. I think the most exciting aspect of our students, and I think I can say this pretty much to the person, is the caliber of men and women that God is calling here to Calvary. They're not just interested in obtaining an academic education. They're interested in that, but that's not the ultimate goal they're after. They're really passionate about walking with Christ, knowing Him better, becoming Christ-like in their own life so that they can minister effectively to others. And that's the kind of men and women God's attracting here, calling here, leading here. And it's a joy to be with them. It's a joy to watch them grow. It's a joy to learn from them, quite honestly. And every semester, God uses my students to help me grow in my walk with Christ. So, my attraction to Calvary is really twofold. One is out of my own appreciation for the ministry that the institution had in my life and my ministry preparation doing my MDiv studies here. And so there was a high level of gratitude and also a connection to the people here, just a gifted group of people. And the thing that stands out in my mind of why Calvary for my ministry is the spirit of balance that I see here, a commitment to the text, a commitment to practical outworking of the truth of Scripture, and yet the applications still within the orb of Christian fundamentalism, but in a very balanced approach and a fresh approach to applying the truth of Scripture in a meaningful way that's going to make a difference in our generation. And that's what's drawn me here to Calvary.